What has Christianity ever done for us? You may think that's a strange question, but to hear some atheists, particularly on social media, speak, you would think they sort of had the idea that the whole of society and human history would be better if we simply removed religion in general and Christianity in particular. Think of that famous song by John Lennon, Imagine a world without religion. Well, when I hear that question, what has Christianity ever done for us? I'm always reminded from that famous scene in the Monty Python film, The Life of Brian, where there's that discussion, what have the Romans ever done for us? And then as they discuss it, they realise actually a whole range of things. And the same actually goes true for Christianity. And what's interesting, in recent years, in recent months even, there have been a whole spate of best-selling books and articles by atheists, atheist professors, atheist academics, atheist historians, arguing that all the things that we hold dear in Western culture actually go right back to Christianity. So, for example, a few years back, Luc Ferry, who's a French atheist philosopher, in his book A Brief History of Thought, said that it's Christianity we have to thank for the belief, the idea that all human beings are equal and have value and dignity. He said that would be a ridiculous idea in the ancient world. The idea comes from somewhere, comes from Christianity, and we should be grateful for it. Or Tom Holland, the historian, in his magisterial best-selling book, Dominion, that came out a year or so ago, he traces through so many things in the West that we take for granted: human rights, human value, dignity, freedom, fairness, self-sacrifice. That idea that underpins things like the NHS here in the UK, that we celebrate doctors and nurses willing to put their own lives on the line for others. All of those ideas, Tom says, go back to Christianity. They're profoundly Christian idea. Or more recently too, Douglas Murray, a well-known atheist journalist here in the UK, again has been writing increasingly on this idea that atheists have a lot to thank Christianity for. Let me read you a few words he wrote in a recent piece. He said, the decline of Christianity is a dangerous thing. He said, we now face three options as a society. Firstly, we could reject the idea that all life is precious. Or, he said, we could work furiously to nail down an atheist version of the sanctity of the individual. He says, I don't have much confidence we can do that. And if that doesn't work, then he says, there is only one place to go, which is back to faith, whether we like it or not. And in fact, Douglas now calls himself increasingly a Christian atheist. So the society that we take for granted, with so many of the things that we hold dear, has profoundly Christian roots. But of course that raises a troubling question if you're an atheist, doesn't it? Is it true? And that's the question, I think, that people like Luc Ferry and Tom Holland and Douglas Murray are struggling with. And I see really only two choices. If Christianity isn't true, but we can't live without it, we are one seriously messed up mammal. Evolution has gone badly wrong with us. We are mad and deluded. Or the reason why these things work is because Christianity is true. And rather than cover the evidence for that at the end of this video, why don't you check out our other short answer videos where we explore some of the many evidences for the Christian faith. We have so much to thank Christianity and its heritage for, going all the way back to Jesus, here at the heart and the roots of our society. But the great news is it doesn't just work and make a difference, it's true.